Hello and welcome to new CodeIgniter tutorial. Today I will show you how to make migrations and make it executable from console. So to continue watching this tutorial, if you are not familiar at all with migrations, please go to codeigniter.com and read user guide about migrations and how actually they are working. Now let's go to our documents root and let's start PHP server. Let's check if server is up. Yes, we got it. To make migrations work, we need to configure it, actually to enable it. Okay, let's go to config folder and migration.php file, and let's change migrations enable to true. And also make sure that you are using migration type of timestamp. Here also you can change migration table name and auto-load latest migration, but we don't need it for now. What we need now is to connect our application with database. For this tutorial I have database with name CodeIgniter Migrations, and I need to change database settings. My username is tutorial with the same password, and database name is CodeIgniter Migrations. After that, let's go to autoload.php file and autoload database library. Save it and let's check if everything is okay. Yes, everything is working. Okay, now we need to create new controller. Here we have one constructor, and in this constructor we are checking if request is command line interface request. Otherwise, if it's true, we will load migration library. If it's not, we are showing an error because we need to limit this just for command line interface requests. So let's check if everything is working. Yes, we have error from browser request. Let's try something. Yes, it's working. Now let's create a version method. What this method will do. Actually, this method will have one parameter, which is timestamp of migration, and we will run migration library and tell to migrations to migrate to current version. If migration is not done, we have output to user error string, else we have message for user with successful migration is successfully done. So let's try this. We are calling migrate controller from command line interface request, and we will call method version, which have parameter. Let's type something, and we have error from migration class because we doesn't have a migration with that timestamp. So now we will create a method to generate migration. So let's name it generate, and we will have there one parameter which is name. Let's set by default that name has a false value. So if user doesn't provide a name, we will return him a message, please define migration name. Now we will validate that name that's coming from console line interface. Simple preg match. If there is more than a to z underscore, we will check if name is less than 4 characters long. We will show this error, or if there is a characters that are not a to z underscore, we will also show the error migration wrong migration name, and we will inform user what is allowed and give him one example. Now we will create a file name variable which will handle name of the migration. So let's go to migration user guide library and check format of timestamp. What is the format? We have here a timestamp which is year, month, date, hour, minute and second. It's formatted like here. And we have underscore, name of the file and PHP extensions. So we have same here, calling the date PHP function with this string, and we have name which is validated just above, and .php extension. The last thing that we need is to create that file. So we will have try block, and in that try block we will specify the folder path, which is in this case application path and folder migration. Do we have it? No, we don't have it. So in our case, the script will try to create that folder for us, and if for any reason script can't create folder, is that permission or other issue, we will show exception to user. After that, we need to check for a file. If that file exists, also we will warn the user, but it's extremely rare to match same files twice, especially when we are using timestamps for migration type. Let's go to CodeIgniter user guide now. So what we are trying to do, we are trying to create file, migration file with this content. Actually without this code, but just with public functions up and down, so user can just write his code. What we have is a template variable. It's loaded from view. It's not shown, it's actually with through parameter and it's loaded in variable all content. So let's see that it's in views. Migrations, it's named migration class templates. .php. Okay, and here we will paste this code. This is our template from here. What we have dynamic is class name, which is result here. We have parsing the data variable which has a class name variable here. So we are trying to put that content in file and save it, and if everything is okay we have a successful message, and in other case we have error, and let's try to do it. So it's generate function, and we need to pass the name of our migration. It's, I don't know, let's name it first migration. And success. We have file under migration folder. Let's find it. Migration, and there is a file. We have public function up and public function down, so we can start writing our migration and we will try to apply it. Let's go with fast solution. I will copy and paste code from manual, I mean user guide. This code will create a log database, and when we go to downgrade migration, just we will drop that database. Okay, let's try to run it. We need to copy this timestamp, and we have a version method, and we need to specify that version. We have write it earlier. Migration done. Let's check in database. Let's refresh connection. Yes, we have blog table with ID, blog title, blog description, blog ID is primary key. Let's check here. Yes, it's okay. And also we have migrations table. It's created by migration class automatically, and there is a current number of migration. If you want to change the database name, you can change it here in config, migration table. So if you change that name from the first time of creation, you will have that database name. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and bye.